YouTube, welcome to the Esox Alliance YouTube channel and our first attempt at an actual vlog style YouTube video. This is Muskie Opener 2020, and in 2020 Muskie Opener couldn't come soon enough. As you all know, it's been a strange year to say the least. We made the drive down to Lake Saint Clair, inland opener, big lake. Had some different conditions this year with things warming up really quickly. We'll get to that a little bit more later on in the video, but have a look now and enjoy. So as I said earlier, this is our first attempt at a vlog style YouTube video, so nothing, no intros, outros, really got it recorded on the water. So here's our intro for our first fish. We just come off of a decent sized, unmentionable pike species that nobody would want as their first fish on Muskie Opener, except my wife, because it was her new PB pike. So she was pretty happy, and the same rod dumped again while I was at the back of the boat. And I grabbed it and knew it was a muskie instantly, and here's the photos and the release of that fish. Mentioned some weird conditions earlier in the video, and that was being that surface temperature and subsurface temperature, depending on wind and the sun during the day, we're up to 20 degrees or nearing 20 degrees in difference. And the first couple fish we released almost seemed like they wanted to hang out in that bathtub for a little bit, to the point you're going to see my wife's fish coming up here right after this clip. And that fish, we actually had to tear the last two boat rods down to turn around. You'll see the great pictures we got at the end of that sequence just before that fish went down to bottom. But she hung out on top for a couple minutes before she did.
is a 44 3/4. Okay, put your camera down.
Yep.
Okay, come here. Kneel down. In the picture, so we're framed up.
I'm stuck on it.
Okay. Take your shoe off. Take your shoe off. Here. Come back here. Here we go. Smile. Smile. Awesome. All right.
Holy. Wow.
Barely holding. Just so she's pointed with the boat. You see the mouth start palms breathing. Gills are pumping. I'm just gonna hang out with her until she swims away. Because the last one's stayed up top for a minute. Beautiful mother Lake Saint Clair. Nice, healthy, mid-40s. This one wants to say goodbye the same way. This year?
Yep. Okay.
Man, these fish bite hard.
Okay, so this is Sunday, our second day, and a little bit more favorable conditions, you know, heading out, looking at it. The wind was steadier throughout the day, and it didn't look like we were going to get the calm period that we got on Saturday. We drove around some new spots. We drove around, obviously, the spots from the day before, and it was dead. It was dead all day. And rule of thumb on Lake Saint Clair, you know, you keep busy and you keep doing things. My rule of thumb anyway, because the fish never hit when you're sitting there staring at rods. So here we are, we're getting into early afternoon. It's just me and my dad, and you know, a lot of you probably, maybe, hopefully have had the chance to take your fathers fishing and understand, you know, what kind of a special moment that is. And the goal today was to get him his first muskie. And once again, you know, 2 lines in at the back of the boat, tuning lures, sharpening hooks, playing around with the big mess and the rod dumps. This one on a planer board. So once I got the rod into his hand and the drag stopped peeling, I asked him where the fish was, and it was about 170 feet from the boat, which gave me some time to do some cleanup. And I got to you know, enjoy hearing him fight the fish as I'm pulling hooks out of the net. But we got the fish to the boat, planer board off, textbook neck job, and he got his first muskie, beautiful 45.5 inch, and moments to be remembered for the rest of our lives. Here you go. folks, there you have it. Muskie Opener, Lake Saint Clair, 3 fish over the course of 2 days. All 45 and a half, 44 and 3/4, 45 and a half. So all the same class of fish. Couple of them had post-spawn marks on them. The first one we got was a beautiful clean fish. That's going to be probably maybe one of 2 trips on the big lake this year. Footage going forward is probably going to be more so focused on Northern Ontario and a few more bodies of water that are a lot different than Lake Saint Clair and a little bit more difficult to fish. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Just eat something.
Yeah.